Different brains run differently. Some burn through nutrients faster, some recycle them more efficiently, and some need a little more support, especially when it comes to making the chemicals that regulate mood, focus, and emotional steadiness. Today, we're talking about the system behind that difference. Methylation, which is, in simple words, a background operating system your body uses to regulate a lot of essential processes. Things like how you handle stress, how you repair cells, how you detoxify, and yes, how your brain makes certain neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. And for this system to run well, your body relies heavily on choline and specific B vitamins as key helpers, especially folate, B12, B6, and B2. When that support is strong, your mood feels steadier. When it's not, you feel it long before a lab test ever shows it. Let's make this simple, practical, and personal. Think of methylation as your brain's activation switch. It's a small biochemical step, nothing dramatic, but it runs in the background billions of times a day. When this switch is working smoothly, your brain produces the chemicals that help you stay calm, steady, motivated. When it struggles because of low B vitamins or because your biology processes them more slowly, you feel it as irritability, low mood, anxiety, low motivation, or brain fog. Nothing wrong with your personality, just a system that needs better fuel. And here's what most people don't know. B vitamins aren't just nutrients, they're activators. Your brain cannot turn on neurotransmitter production without folate, B12, B6, and riboflavin. Before we break each one down, let me ask you a favor. Tap the like button for the YouTube algorithm. It loves it when you do that. So do we. We put a lot of love into these videos. So let's start with folate, or vitamin B9. Folate, together with vitamin B12, is the nutrient your body uses to start the methylation cycle. But here's the nuance. Folate is the natural form of the vitamin B9 found in foods. Folic acid is the synthetic version. It's added to fortify foods like cereals and breads, and it doesn't work well for many people, especially for people whose bodies convert folate more slowly. Okay, so without getting too technical, your body has to convert folate into something called 5-MTHF before your brain can actually use it. And here's why this matters. For people with methylation issues, even mild ones, getting enough of this nutrient can be huge for your energy levels, fertility, heart health, and even keeping your brain functioning properly. So what should you actually do about this? First, eat more foods with natural folate. Think dark leafy greens like spinach, broccoli, and asparagus, beef liver if you're into that, beans, lentils, peas, and fruits like oranges and papaya. Now, if you're going the supplement route, here's the key. Look for L-methylfolate, or 5-MTHF, on the label. That's the active form we just talked about. Here's the thing. B12 and folate work together like a team, but there's one big difference you need to know. B12 is almost only found in animal foods. So if you eat mostly plant-based, or if you've avoided red meat for a long time, you might be low in B12 without realizing it. Low B12 feels like fatigue and tiredness, mouth sores or ulcers, pale skin, irritability, low mood or feeling depressed, and even having a hard time remembering things. Not dramatic overnight shifts, but slow, subtle declines that stack over time. And research shows B12 supplementation can improve depression when combined with standard treatment. So, what can you do? Simple. Get this important vitamin through food and supplement. Prioritize red meat, poultry, eggs, fish, and organ meats like liver. If supplementing, choose methylcobalamin, active form of B12. And because people always ask, I put my recommended supplement links in the description. Now, B6. This one is the quiet workhorse. Your brain uses B6 to actually build serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine, your mood chemicals. Without enough B6, the recipe simply doesn't happen. B6 also works beautifully with magnesium, our calming mineral from last video, to regulate stress. The good news, B6 is pretty easy to find in food. You've got animal sources like fish, think tuna, salmon, plus chicken and beef liver. But you can also get it from plant-based options like chickpeas, lentils, nuts, bananas, potatoes, spinach. Then there's B2, also called riboflavin. It doesn't usually get the spotlight, but your brain quietly depends on it every single day. And here's why. Your brain cells run on energy, and riboflavin is one of the vitamins that helps them produce it. It also helps your body manage oxidative stress, basically the wear and tear your brain is exposed to when you're tired, stressed, or inflamed. And here's a bonus. B2 actually helps with methylation too. Your body uses it to recycle homocysteine. Remember that biochemical cycle we covered earlier? Yeah, B2 plays a role in that. If you're low in B2, you may notice lower mental energy, more stress sensitivity, trouble with focus or clarity, and even hair loss. For B2, your best bets are organ meats like liver, dairy products, eggs, and lean meats like beef and chicken. You can also get it from almonds, mushrooms, and spinach. Now here's a pro tip. B2 is sensitive to both light and water, so store these foods in opaque containers and steam them instead of boiling. That way, you're not just dumping all that B2 down the drain. And finally, choline. It's not technically a B vitamin, but it's deeply connected to brain chemistry. Choline is essential for memory, attention, and brain development, especially during pregnancy, infancy, and early childhood. Adults still need it, but most people don't get enough. You need it because choline helps your liver process fats, keeps your cells healthy, and makes a neurotransmitter that controls memory and muscle movement. Basically, your brain and body need it to work properly. Foods highest in choline include beef liver, eggs, beef, fish, like salmon, cod, and tuna, soybeans, and quinoa. If this is opening new connections for you, hit the subscribe button. We still have 6 more videos in this series and each one builds on the last. All right, let's make this practical. Here's your daily cheat sheet. Start your day with a nutrient-dense breakfast that includes eggs, leafy greens, and avocado. Make sure you're eating leafy greens daily for natural folate. Add eggs and fish or beef daily to get your B12 and choline. And don't forget avocado or poultry for B6. Now, if you're taking supplements, here's what to look for. For folate, choose L-methylfolate or 5-MTHF. For B12, go with methylcobalamin. And for B6, look for P5P, that's the active form. I've put together some supplements I recommend. Just check the description below. Your brain runs on biochemistry, not guesswork or positive thinking. Feed it right, and you'll be surprised how much better you actually feel. Next up, vitamins C and D, the sunshine vitamins with direct mood-boosting effects. We'll cover optimal levels and the best sources.